make it to the grand finals. Only one of them can make it to the money, a $2,100 prize pool in total. $600 will go to the second place team. Meanwhile, $1,500 will go to that team who takes first place. You're guaranteed some prize money just by making the finals. But of course, you want to go all the way and win it all at the very end.
You say it just by making the finals, as if that is an easy accomplishment in the Rendez-Vous, where teams have been upset left, right, and center. We can't seem to have any sort of consistency going. We have game number 1 coming underway. The lorry drivers in blue, the monkeys in the orange, and the monkeys trying to have a similarly well-paced start like they did in their previous fixture. SMOKEZ goes up for the double tap. The shot down is not good enough to beat out HIBBS.
A weak attempt onto net, a good idea with the angle, but the power non-existent, easily saved when all defenders are sitting on back. A demo on SMOKEZ, but ARJU stayed on that ball, solos it all the way upfield and doesn't get anything kind of damaging from it, but puts it in a very scary position where SMOKEZ and MITTAEN are able to work wonders from it. And the pass is there from MITTAEN to SMOKEZ. He's been given so long on this ball because NOAHSAKY way too slow. 1-0 for the monkeys.
It's a difficult read for Noah, coming from right down below the ball, and simply SMOKEZ has had more momentum going into their forward direction. That's why he's been able to beat him, but once more it's MITTAEN being involved in the play. MITTAEN involved here yet again. The star man of the evening for the monkeys. He does it all. This time he scores.
The monkeys are looking good, and a brilliant pass there from SMOKEZ as well off the ceiling. Gets MITTAEN right in the middle of the field, 2-0, and it's only been a minute. The monkeys are coming and swinging, and it's not from the trees.
The tree branches have not been broken. The tree branches have not been swept away for the monkeys to swing around. ARJU puts in another challenge. It's going to drop in deep. Looked very dangerous. It was exceptionally dangerous, but alas, and for the benefit of the lorry drivers, it wasn't the third goal.
A good clear there from ARJU. Can't get the second touch. SMOKEZ there to pass it on back to ARJU at the side. Low boost, can't do anything with it. MITTAEN has to rush on back, help out with his team. But the rotations have been very solid from the monkeys. They're always in the right place at the right time, and with lorry drivers making some odd mistakes and some weird misses, it's giving a lot of space for monkeys to kind of play their own game and just pass the ball round the field as they so desire, because lorry drivers aren't causing any damage. They're not being in the right place at the right time, and they're not particularly doing anything threatening.
And that's the problem, and that's a similar problem that in the previous round the Roblox Conquerors faced against a well-structured midfield and a well-structured rotation coming out from the monkeys, and it's been pointed to plays like that. Once more, a delay of the pace from SMOKEZ, going for that flip reset, double tap off the backboard. It is simply too good to be defended.
And yeah, it's as simple as that. It is too good to be defended right there. The lorry drivers have nothing they can do sitting back, like it's so stagnant. They're trying to get 1-0 kickoff, and HIBBS will be so fortunate as it pinches into the back of the net. But they've still got 2 more to find, and that's just for an equalised game.
But at least it's 1 for our dear lorry drivers. As sometimes you just need to find, you just need to start to score in order to find something. For your kickoff goal could be a bit of an enabler here for HIBBS, especially as he goes up high, beats out 2. The drop down is not going to favor him. MITTAEN has that one red. Will clear it into relative safety, but still into the hands of his opponents. And GOMB now though, easier for the monkeys to get some ground, get some meters between them and the ball. Unfortunately though, that shot barely wide.
NOAHSAKY almost caught lacking the ball. Luckily, it slips just past the net for him, so he'll be facing the consequences of his actions just there. That's a soft shot to net by HIBBS, and he actually takes out 2 incoming defenders. It might not have been the intention, but it does work absolute wonders. 2 minutes still to go, and the game gets a little bit closer.
A little bit closer, and very, very smart placement on HIBBS' part. That shot beautifully placed and beautifully done as well. Right now, monkeys, they seem to have a very comfortable lead, but again, with so much time remaining on the clock, it is onto them to have a little bit better game management, I feel like, boy, because if you're 3-0 up that early, you cannot afford to have a 3-2 with about 100 seconds left on the clock. That's too much time for the lorry drivers to come back.
They've been given a lot of space, and even on the pitch now, they've been giving a lot of time and space on this ball. And 90 seconds to go. I really want to see Monkeys get back to that kind of aggressive way, that more debilitating way that they were playing earlier. Of course, a lot of the improvement has also came from the lorry drivers being a lot more free in their movement, playing a lot less stagnant. I've seen them sitting still a lot less in the second half of the game, and they have obviously had a lot of gain from that. But still, they are trailing by 1, and still they have to get more on the attack, whereas Monkeys, they can just try and ride it out for the next minute and play as safe as can be. It hasn't worked for them yet. They want another go. Smoke did not have the boost to find it. Can ARJU get it? No, he cannot. The connection not found. GOMB gets the save from a Dane shot. And upfield it'll go the other way. GOMB could do something great here. That's a great angle, but would not find the back of it.
It's a good angle, but it's not good enough for Smokes. Tries to run interception. Will not make any contact. HIBBS now unleashed. Free into the skies, drops it down. ARJU wise to it. It's a great touch sidewards. It's a great cut into his safe zone, into the corner. But the Monkeys, they have to survive for 25 more seconds. A last gasp, a last attack from our lorry drivers surely is coming down the pike.
The ball will go off the corner, caught by Noah. 10 seconds, the clock will keep ticking down. One goal between these two teams. Went over to GOMB, he will catch it to the side ball, no success. Smokes will deny. He's got no boost, but he'll play it anyway. The attempted dunk on the keeper, saved by HIBBS. The game will be won by Monkeys.
Game 1 done and dusted, and most importantly for the Monkeys, they hold on. But they do hold on. Carried in this game by a strong start once more. But as soon as the lorry drivers warmed up, it was a different matchup here, boyo.
Monkeys looked the stronger side for, I would say, about 80% of that game, but when the lorry drivers were able to step up, they certainly punished the Monkeys well. The question is, will the Monkeys allow the lorry drivers that kind of position once again, or will they maybe get a bit less complacent, maybe shut them down a little bit more, be more suppressive when they have such a lead? That's going to kind of be the telling tale of the series of, can Monkeys suppress the lorry drivers and disallow them chances to develop? If so, this should be their series for the taking.
Can they do it? Can you even suppress the Monkeys at all? Still a question we're yet to figure out here in Rendez-Vous number 7. This start already much more promising after the initial kickoff here for the lorry drivers. GOMB into the dangerous corridor, but once more, defense is already situated. Defense is already sure what to do as ARJU tries to pop it up high. No follow-up from either of his teammates, though.
10. Just going to flail around the pitch for a while, trying to stall some time for his teammates. Smokes gets caught out, but here comes ARJU with an easy save of his own. He's got no boost, but a pass to centre. Dangerous, but worked well by Smokes. GOMB is up for it. To continue his run, flip reset. MITTAEN is diving in well. Not giving any time for them to stall it out in the lorry driver. It's exactly what I want to see from the Monkeys. Don't give them time on this ball. Be forceful and really make the plays your own. Because the lorry drivers aren't stopping in these kind of attempts at slow-paced kind of plays. They are taking their time every time they have possession. And it hasn't worked for them yet. So eventually they're going to change this plan.
Eventually they have to adapt, but maybe they just be stubborn. They try to stick with it. Thus far in game 2 at least, it has worked. It has kept them even. As HIBBS takes control once more, but is immediately challenged by ARJU. GOMB in an awkward position. Can't get it past Smokes. The continued attack from the Monkeys. It will come. That first touch a bit heavy from GOMB. MITTAEN will latch onto that one very easily. And once more, even though, yes, the lorry still have boosts to their name, it's always nervous in the defense when the Monkeys have an attack.
Caught well by Smokes off the ceiling past the centre. Received well by MITTAEN. He cannot get the follow-up touch, but it's HIBBS out centre to NOAHSAKY. How can the counter-attack do? If ARJU sitting back, it won't be too damaging just yet, but he is solo for the time being. Finally gets his teammate to help with MITTAEN and Smokes rotating on back round. GOMB's touch is heavy, no one to follow up on it. MITTAEN finally going to find that clearance away, but can they develop an attack on the side of Monkeys? They have been very, very quiet in the offensive department, only having one shot so far. half the game already gone. It is a big contrast to that game 1 that we just saw.
Big contrast, the Monkeys subdued in this game. But to be fair, only 3 shots from the Lorry Drivers, so not much offense at all in this series, at least a dangerous offense on target. It's been a game where both of them have to just struggling for control. Both of them just desperately want to induce errors, but the errors are simply not coming out as HIBBS able to take over, not get it past ARJU though. NOAHSAKY continue the advances for the Lorry Drivers. But once more, defense is situated, and there's no sort of disruption play either here, Boyu, to break up the structure.
The pass being made out from MITTAEN. Would get punished well by Noah. GOMB is up for this. He's a good shot on net. A massive save there from MITTAEN. It was a double commit at net by MITTAEN and Smoke. MITTAEN gets the credit. But great work all around from the team. Monkeys grasp on for dear life here, keeping this game 0-0. They bounced it off the back wall. GOMB can't find a touch, and ARJU will punish down the other end. So quickly the game speeds up, and so quickly the Monkeys take advantage.
And arguably, it's against the run of play. Very much so. The Lorry Drive, they've passed the eye test. They have been more field dominant, I feel like, in this game. But it's the Monkeys to strike first. It's the Monkeys to find the net first. And now it's once more the situation where you don't want to be an ARJU bot, but it might not matter. MITTAEN, does he have the rebreak? He doesn't need to. Leaves it for Smokes. The Monkeys double up.
2-0. How quickly this game falls away from the Lorry Drivers. Just like the start of game 1, after that first goal came in, it all seems to crumble. They cannot find their kind of state of play again. And it had something that was working well for the first half of this game, but as time has went on and they've lost control of that, and now they are just getting punished. Smokes into centre, might get a third. NOAHSAKY will barely get a touch on it. But Lorry Drivers have got to have a change of plan here. Ideologically, this game is not working for them. They will not win the series playing like they are. They're just simply playing it wrong if they want to beat Monkeys, and I think they have to have a fundamental change to their gameplay unless they want to just lose 3-0.
The thing is, they want to play clean Rocket League. They want to force a series where every mistake is punished. The problem is that game plan can only work if you're playing perfectly. Right now, the Monkeys are not making any defensive mistakes. It is the Lorry Drivers to bust out the defense, to panic a bit once they get into defense. And that's something the Monkeys are happily taking and happily exploiting. But for NOAHSAKY, coming at it and halving their deficit.
That's a lot better from NOAHSAKY. He's positioned himself very well. He's got a lot more force though, and he stayed on that ball and had a great solo play. That's what I want to see from the Lorry Drivers. They can try and play this game of idealistic Rocket League where, you know, as you're mentioning, you play off the mistakes being made and you play a flawless game, because that's not how the bubble scene works. In the bubble scene, it's going to be fast, it's going to be scrappy, you're going to get each other's ways, and you're going to have to make some crazy individual plays and some great team plays as well. That's what we just saw there from Noah, going solo and really putting his back into it. Now with 20 seconds left, they've got to try to do that again, which will be hard considering the time. It's certainly possible. Denied well by Smokes and MITTAEN, and ARJU might be the finishing touch. He will be exactly that, and it finds the top corner.
And once more, the Lorry Drivers, they play that optimistic style. They need to put numbers forward, and whenever they do, the Monkeys are just there and ready with accurate passes, with accurate shots. It's almost asinine to play against. It's so cruel because you think you're playing well and you don't really do anything or nearly anything wrong. But in the one situation that you do, you are getting punished, and those punishes, they hurt.
They've been punished tremendously. Monkeys, another game under their belts. 2-0 in the series. Match point in their favour. Lorry Drivers need to reverse sweep, or they're going home in the semi-finals.
It's not a situation, though, that the Lorry Drivers are unfamiliar with this evening. Round of 16 against SMOKEZ, against J-Waits, Flates, and Darku. Lorry Drivers down 2-0. In the end, won the series. So, it is something that they know they can do. The question is, can they do it against the Monkeys, who are playing in this great of a form?
Yeah, it's going to be hard. This is the Monkeys are NOAHSAKY, and of course, you know, had a great start to their series, and then later did get reverse swept. I just, in my head, do not see the same thing happening in the way of Monkeys, because they are just looking in my head too good to lose right now. Simple as that.
Yeah. They do look too good to lose. The thing is, if you're playing like this, if you're playing on Cloud9, at some point, you gotta come down. And honestly, I'm a bit just waiting for the Monkeys to go down, to come out of that cloud where they're playing immaculate Rocket League and start becoming human again. MITTAEN, especially in that first series, has been playing fantastic. He's been playing fantastic again. With opening up the play. This time, though, doesn't work out for the Monkeys. HIBBS has a dribble. ARJU, it looks awkward, but it does work.
ARJU makes whatever looked awkward look easy for him. MITTAEN now down the other end might just get a goal out of it. Luckily for GOMB, he has some boost in the tank to make that save. Scrappy play coming out from the Monkeys, but they're exhilarating confidence. They're going for these challenges because they know that their teammates behind them ready to save. They don't mind having one man left back against three because they trust that one man to make the save or at least stall for time until the other two can get back. It's that confidence in their teammate and the confidence in their individual ability which is propelling them in this series. With Smokes on the ball now, looking for a pass on down. He'll find exactly that to MITTAEN, but look at ARJU, positioned perfectly to get involved once again. The rotations are looking very clean from Monkeys. They're looking like a team that are tried and tested, and I mean, quite simply, they have been in the past tried and tested.
Even though ARJU hasn't played everything with them and has been replaced by Raziers, the old magic from the Monkeys, it's still there. And it's working wonders, especially if their passes stay this accurate. I cannot remember a pass in the opponent's third from the Monkeys that hasn't found its mark. They're simply that good. MITTAEN wants to make it 1-0, shot blocked just by the lorry driver defense, who are getting out and stretching themselves thin.
A very different start from what we saw in Game 2. Shots galore coming out for both teams already. 4 shots taken for the lorry drivers, 6 shots taken for the Monkeys. In Game 2, it was about 2 shots each at this stage. So it's been a lot more explosive in the attacking front, but yet no goals are still to come from it. Monkeys, they certainly had the more dangerous chances, but the lorry drivers' defense has done a great job at standing strong. It's a good chance, but Smokes, he's so fast on the defense, he's able to make another save. Here comes NOAHSAKY, he'll get it to the corner. What can GOMB do with it? He'll get the shot to net, the defense caught lacking, and the Monkeys face the deficit.
And for the first time, the Monkeys don't have a speed advantage. For the first time, the lorry drivers are more confident in the air, and it immediately pays out dividends. It immediately results in a goal for the lorry drivers. You asked them, Boyer, to change up their idea, to not play this idealistic style of Rocket League, and they haven't. They have changed their idea. They're no longer playing idealistic Rocket League. They're forcing the Monkeys, they're forcing them into awkward positions and awkward mistakes. And now, I think they found a way, at least temporarily, to come in and to play against these Monkeys.
Off the corner from ARJU now, HIBBS beaten to the ball. NOAHSAKY. He's able to play off this well and a pass in the centre. Oh, NOAHSAKY. Almost get a pinch into net, but it will barely go wide. The HIBBS in the back corner, waiting to take control. He sees Noah down to his right, and the pass will be great. The shot travels barely wide, and MITTAEN a great save. ARJU has to dive high for that one. And Smokes to get the clearance away. Hunting for a goal down the other end of Monkeys. They will not find it just yet. As the lorry drivers are finally getting into their element. They are finally playing like a top-class team in this series.
They're finally playing like a top-class team, and they're finally finding saves after good quality shots come in from the Monkeys. That one from Smokes, and not one of them, as he just basically snipes GOMB in net. Finally, though, the lorry drivers give themselves something to latch on to hope. They give themselves something to just build their confidence upon. It's ARJU. Takes it to the side, down that right flank. HIBBS, one touch, but only one. MITTAEN finds the pitch down. NOAHSAKY. He's got the situation on lock. He has it read, and thankfully so for the lorry drivers.
Pass in the centre will not be caught upon. NOAHSAKY could very much get punished from this, but he's actually just given so much time on that ball. A rare moment from the Monkeys where maybe some nerves get the better of them, some apprehensiveness really caused them to miss out an opportunity, because Noah had no boost. Noah was in an awkward position, but the Monkeys stayed back and let him play that ball. Into centre now, they might just find something off the post, and away it goes. GOMB gets it out of harm's way. but there's still time left. It is not over until the clock hits 0. MITTAEN to centre, the 50-50 in front of net. It will linger, but great work once again from GOMB and Noah in the back line.
Great work to get it clear. It's a bit scrambly, but in the end, if you get it clear, you are in the right. The Monkeys, time ticking away, time ticking against them this time. SMOKEZ finds flip set over one. GOMB cutting into rotation. Gets it into the corner and gets it crucially past the oncoming MITTAEN. He's just struggling and just waiting for the opponent's boost to spawn. GOMB coming in, that should be 2, and it will be. The lorry drivers take game 3.
Great bit of work from the lorry drivers. They've really turned the pace round of this game. They got a lot more aggressive. They got a lot better as a team as a whole, rotating around each other and playing off of each other's game very, very well. Something that I expected to see from them from the beginning, to be totally honest. This is what I would want to see from the lorry drivers. Now, the game went under their belt, they can start their potential reverse sweep, but it's a long road ahead of them. They've still got 2 more games in a row to win if they want to take the series.
2 more games for them to win, and once more though, I feel like for the Monkeys, it's been a bit complacent. Just like it was in their previous series against the Roblox Conquerors. They're leading 2-0 in the series. They get a bit complacent. They concede. And now, let's see if they can get back to form. In that game 4 in their earlier series, it was dominant from the Monkeys. And I think they still have it in them to do the same to the lorry drivers. The chances were there. The problem for the Monkeys primarily was lorry drivers. They found some hero saves on the line from time to time.
And yeah, both teams were even in shots. They both had the same opportunity. That did just come down to the defensive work from the lorry drivers. Their defense was better than the Monkeys' defense. It is simple as that mathematically. Same shots, just defense is better, but a lot of it does come down to the lorry drivers changing fundamentally how they're playing, and the Monkeys now needing to adapt to it. They're playing a lot more loose. They are playing a lot more aggressive and a lot more fast-paced than the Monkeys have been playing game 1 and 2, where they were playing against elderly people who didn't really move very fast and played every touch at 2 miles an hour. They probably had a very low average speed stat for that whole game. But now, finally, the lorry drivers are picking up the pace, and that's where the Monkeys have to learn to adapt. And we're going to see a lot in game 4 now. Can they actually do so?
They've picked up the pace, but now the Monkeys have had a game to adapt to that style. And let's see what they can bring. MITTAEN already going aggressive for a demo on the goalkeeper. It's not going to result in a goal, but it's still going to result in continued possession until NOAHSAKY says enough is enough and bigs a big boot out of his own half. First minute came and went, and it will go. With the demo on the goal line, and maybe now the first goal of the Monkeys.
Finally found. Never even had to get a piece of it. It was great work from ARJU getting that demo as well. The save being made, and HIBBS has to just dive in there. NOAHSAKY's already gone. GOMB can't do anything in there either. It is a perfect opportunity for SMOKEZ, and of course he's going to take that. Very well played from all of Monkeys, once again facilitating each other to be the best that they can be and allowing everyone to get involved in the right opportunity. They just have a lot of trust in each other, and it's really, really good to see, especially in a bubble tournament where, I mean, they see it so often that it'll be pick-up teams playing and they'll be very kind of unsure of themselves and unsure what to expect from each other, and they might be a lot more messy in their style. It's been very clean Rocket League from both teams, but especially Monkeys.
And that's down to the fact that right now, these aren't 2 pickup teams, right?
Yeah,
both of them. Well, the lorry guys have been teaming for a few weeks now in this exact constellation. The Monkeys, while they've not been playing together recently, they have had a year of teaming together as well. So they know the mechanisms will still be there for them. That's why it's so clean, and that's why it's very high quality. Even though we don't get the craziest display of goals, we do get some of the highest level of Rocket League I think we've seen in all previous 6 rendezvous, and this one included.
I think that one of the biggest players I like to look at a lot as well on Monkeys is ARJU, because when he's on, he is really on.
Yeah.
The thing that ARJU can do, like mechanically, I would say he is probably maybe in contention with Noah, the most mechanically sound player in this lobby. And that is a massive difference maker in a lot of matches that they will play, because sometimes ARJU can just do some crazy stuff and really mess up the defense, and he'll get a quick reset where you don't expect it, or he'll, you know, find a redirect where you don't expect him to get the touch. Mechanically, he is an incredibly sound player, And SMOKEZ and MITTAEN, two players who I don't think I would particularly describe as the kind of mechanical beasts, are so rotationally and fundamentally sound that they complement ARJU's playstyle incredibly well.
It's just about enabling your mechanical player. And I would agree with you on the part of MITTAEN, but SMOKEZ, he could be one of those players that pops off as well. He has been in the first game of the series. He's been doing incredibly well. He's trying once again to maybe be a bit more of a difference player. He is the only goal scorer for the Monkeys in this one, as they are still nurturing their 1-0 lead, as they're still protecting their 1-0 lead, and MITTAEN will actually make it to a beautiful dunk, a disgusting ego challenge on HIBBS.
That is an incredible dunk. The second shot, not so much. You know, he almost scuffed it, but we don't talk about that part. 2-0 for the Monkeys, a minute 50 left to go. It is match point in their favour. If they can hold on for just about 100 seconds, the series will be theirs and they'll be heading to the grand finals. ARJU almost gets the angle to secure it. MITTAEN shot saved by Noah, but it's not out of harm's way just yet, because here comes SMOKE to disrupt GOMB, try and cause some damage. ARJU's already up. The camera had a bit of a moment, but ARJU pass on to net, saved barely by Noah.
Barely safe, but GOMB finds an important demo, and now HIBBS tries with the quick transition. No dunk on the end of that one, though. It's time once more ticking away. HIBBS shot dragged wide. GOMB still rotating in through. This time, though, it's a lot of space won. It's a lot of time taken off the clock. The Monkeys, I've criticized their game management before in game one when they allowed the comeback to happen. This time, there are no signs of that happening here with only 60 to go. It is for tournament life here for the lorry drivers. It is for the grand finals for the Monkeys.
No HIBBS to launch that ball upfield, hunting for a pass over to GOMB. Denied well by SMOKEZ. NOAHSAKY to receive into centre, now caught by MITTAEN. But GOMB, he has to head on back. He has to get a boost because lacking, starved by the Monkey side. NOAHSAKY ready to try and cause some damage. The clock keeps on ticking down. Here goes GOMB now to centre, caught by ARJU. To the side of OI, GOMB away and upfield. NOAHSAKY has time on that ball. He'll get it off to the backboard. MITTAEN just denying every chance that he needs to. And as the clock ticks down, Matt, it is looking game, set, and match for the Monkeys. It looks like you'll be seeing him in the grand final for 10 seconds. It's surely over.
Surely it will be over unless the motherfucker comebacks happens. HIBBS has to find this redirect, but he won't. SMOKEZ clears it out, and the Monkeys will swing to yet another tree. And that tree is called Grand Finals.
To the grand finals, the Monkeys go. A dominant look for the team in orange, only dropping that third game. The lorry drivers did play an excellent series. It just wasn't enough to take down this Monkeys squad. As we said, to the grand finals they go. And they get themselves into the prize money, guaranteed at least $600. But of course, they'll be fighting for the glory of first, and that $1,500 first place prize.
A lot of money to play for the Monkeys. Unfortunately, none of that going to the lorry drivers. While they gave a good account of themselves, GOMB, HIBBS, and NOAHSAKY, in the end, it wasn't enough. And as we look at the bracket, right now, it looks likely that the Monkeys are going to face down KACHOUDOP, who are leading 2-0 in their series against the Mediterranean boys.
A grand final regular, 7 of those players on KACHOUDOP, KDOP, Reese Fox, and Chaussette. Could be taking down the Mediterranean boys. That's heading into game 3 just now over on the Rocket Baguette channel. So get both streams open. We'll be back here very, very shortly for the grand final. So stick around. We will not be long. We'll see you very, very soon.